I wanted to see what you had to say about this cool project you were a part of. Can you kind of help us get familiar with it?
Absolutely. Well, cool is definitely an understatement. This honestly doesn't even make sense to me that this is happening, but I'm so grateful and thank you for anyone who did kind of put us in this position. Seeing the iDesign name next to Barbie is still such a surreal experience. It's been exactly 1 month now since we launched, and I found out about the project over a year and a half ago. So Barbie had reached out to us in March 2023 and said that they, a few times every year or once every year, they'll take on a few different small brands and they look for small companies that really align with their values. So for us, that was very much that angle of disability inclusion. So Barbie has a line of fashionista dolls. All the dolls in that particular collection either have a disability or a different stature, anything that's non-traditional to the uniform Barbie. And they're really trying to use that to showcase the importance of representation of everyone. And so knowing that they were going to be releasing the Blind Barbie, they reached out to us and we collaborated on a Braille fashion collection to launch alongside the iconic first ever Blind Barbie. So that's really what we did. It's amazing that this is something that ever even happened. And like you said, it was a very milestone moment for iDesign. When we last talked, I think my company was barely even a company. I'm not even sure if I was full time with it yet. It was very much a scrappy side hustle on weekends. So to, in just a few years, go from the side hustle and weeknights of just working on the company, adding one beat at a time, to now having a global campaign in collaboration with Barbie is absolutely surreal.
Let's go. Yeah, that's amazing. And Chelsea, was this a milestone moment for you as well?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I never thought that this would even be a possibility, let alone even being considered for. It was huge. And I was reached out to by Alexa, and all it was said was, there's a really cool opportunity happening in New York. I'd love to talk to you. So yeah, I walked out of work and I FaceTimed her. And even just hearing, like, she kind of set the stage for, you know, there was a big collab with a really well-known brand, but just hearing the word Barbie Mattel, it was a shock. And knowing that someone that I had connected with and, you know, grown to just learn so much about, and the heart behind the brand, and knowing that, you know, she had been considered for that, and been asked to be a part of something so huge. And then to have thought to reach out to me was a lot to wrap my head around in one moment. So definitely a big milestone for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I've been loving seeing everyone's content about it, and seeing like the announcement and then everything drop, and then like kind of the hype, and you see everyone else sharing it, you know, and everyone else is, and it's just flying around everywhere. It's been pretty big, and especially in the blind and visually impaired community. How has it been like seeing that the project out into the world? How has it been like getting that feedback, you know, back from everyone?
It's been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we're on the topic of milestones, and I think not only was this a milestone for me personally and for the iDesign brand, and then Chelsea also being a part of the campaign, but I think this is a major milestone for just disability inclusion as a whole and for the visual impairment community. I mean, disability so often gets overlooked. And so to have a company as significant as Barbie and Mattel to be fully celebrating and understanding why representation matters, like, what more can we possibly ask for besides having done this a few years earlier? So I think next on the agenda just has to be Blind Ken, and we're just going to keep rolling it out. We're going to make it happen. But yeah, I think
Blind Barbie movie.
Ooh, I mean, I'm not against it. I'm going to manifest that. I mean, maybe they can be a Barbie too, and I don't see why Blind Barbie can't be one of the cast members. So leave that up to me. No promises, but let's see what we can do. I would say my favorite part, though, or one of my favorite parts of the entire campaign and collaboration has been getting those phenomenal messages and all the comments on Instagram and DMs from different people who have resonated so well with what it is that we've been trying to create. because though this is all centered around Blind Barbie and our Braille fashion collection, ultimately the bigger goal and mission here is to make everyone feel represented. Anyone who's ever felt different or just not included, this is a moment for you to kind of reclaim your power and be as authentic to yourself as possible. So really, it's something that impacts all of us and just shows the growth of society as a whole.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, and that's what iDesign has been doing since the beginning. You know, now it's got this opportunity to kind of put it on a national kind of spotlight on it, which is really neat. And I love seeing that.